So I get to say knockouts and 3 counts this week.
Kyle doesn't know how to get in.
I gave him the door code.
Okay. Just now?
You gave it to him like weeks
After
ago.
like 40 episodes?
No, he's had it before. He just never used it. I just messaged it to him again. But knowing him, he'll be like, I can't get in. So, yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Man, I'm putting the code in, but it's not working.
Let me talk to you on the phone for a half hour.
Yeah.
Music.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of Kyle's not here. Tony?
Oh, I get to say it this time?
Yes, sir.
It's my shining moment. Hold on. Start it over. Say it again.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of Tony?
Knockouts in 3 counts.
Yes, sir. Knockouts in 3 counts.
I had to say it with emphasis like I meant it.
That's because you did mean it.
I always wanted to do that.
Right, dreams come true. But, yeah, we're here with a brand new episode of the show. Kyle will be here in a minute. He's running a little bit late. But on the phone, we got Mr. Tony Thunder. Mr. Thunder, why don't you go ahead and throw out your social medias and what you got coming up, sir?
Stuff. I'm Tony Thunder. Facebook, Tony Thunder. The interwebs, I'm Tony Thunder all over. Even all over myself, I'm Tony Thunder. What I got coming up? Everything. Everything's coming up Thunder. Just like everything comes up Millhouse.
Get Simpsons references early in the show. That's what's up. Like, hey, don't you got a show coming up in like Wyandotte sometime soon?
Oh, you mean July 7th with BCWA? Yes.
That's what's
July
up.
7th, BCWA will be in Wyandotte. I'll have the address for everybody next week. And speaking of BCWA, next week we'll have your boy Chase Burnett on the show doing his thing because, you know, he's been all over the place, Dragon Gate, Evolve, Beyond Wrestling. You know, he didn't drop kick some of the best people in the business that you see on TV every week. So, Jason Michael Brewer, Chase Burnett will be on the show next week. He'll be in studio. I'll be in studio. We'll all be in studio except, you know, Kevin and the other Kyle Pepper because, you know, they'll, you know, shit happens. But, you know, Chase Burnett, BCWA, all that stuff.
That's what's up.
What's your social media?
You can follow me on Twitter at Devin63. That's DEVINTHE63. You can hit me up on Instagram at All Steak No Sizzle. That's one word. Hey, if you need a car, check out SouthfieldQualityCars.com. And once you find the car that you want and you go in to make your purchase, use the reference code 19309. That's
1939.
That's 19309, and you will receive $500 off of your purchase. And look who's in studio now with what looks to be the weirdest championship belt ever.
Ace pack.
Mr. Kyle Collins, why don't you go ahead and throw your social medias and all that good stuff out there while I help you with your headphones, sir.
You can find me at Detroit Knockout, at Detroit Knockout on Twitter and Instagram. Follow us on the Knockouts and 3 Counts page on Facebook and Twitter at KO3CPod.
All righty. Wait,
you said you need a wrestling ring, Kyle?
Yeah, we need one of those too. What do you need? What if you need a
man,
wrestling
you need
ring?
a wrestling ring? Is it your bar mitzvah? I don't even know anybody who's ever had a bar mitzvah. But is it your birthday? Is it Jesus' birthday? Y'all know the rest. You need a wrestling ring for no reason. RentAWrestlingRing.com. Even though Merle claims to listen to the show, and I don't think he does, shout out to Merle. RentAWrestlingRing.com. You call it. You know, we'll be there to set it up and all that good stuff.
All righty. And Randy.
Yeah, if we have one more sponsor. If you can't seem to stay ahead of your bills, then this message is for you. How would you like to have a large portion of your credit card debts, medical bills, and department store debt forgiven? National Credit Card Relief would like to give you free information on a proven debt forgiveness program. This program has been used by thousands to legally forgive millions in unsecured debt. It's not bankruptcy. It's not consolidation. This special program actually wipes clean a portion of your debt that is forgiven from what you owe your creditors. Call for free information and to get all your questions answered in the first free call. The more you owe, the more you can save. If you have at least $10,000 or more in credit card bills, this debt forgiveness program can be very effective. Call for free information and find out more now. 800-218-7170. There is no cost or obligation for the information. Don't wait. Call 800-218-7170. That's 800-218-7170. Get your debt problem solved. Call 800-218-7170 today. Now you can interrupt.
And folks, he definitely did not read that, just for the record.
He's just got that kind of memory.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, so we're waiting on a very special caller, but until then, I feel like we should talk a little bit of pro wrestling, since this is probably going to be an MMA heavy show. But
let's talk a little bit about why our special guest may not call in tonight. Okay, let's talk about that. No.
Like,
No.
That's not good. That's a hell of a start to the show.
I would really love to see that video feed of our faces, 'cause I know mine just dropped. But,
I was like, well, this is about to suck.
But no, let's talk a little bit of wrestling. Wait, let me get this bell ready. Hold on. So
Who's
yeah.
there?
So
This
Money
time
in
it
the
wasn't just me.
Money in the Bank in NXT was this past weekend, and I was there.
Hey.
I was there. And Ed was there, but Ed's not here, so.
Shout out to Ed.
Eddie J was there?
Yes, sir.
And I was at Raw yesterday. Bing.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit. We was all there.
No, we wasn't.
Well,
I wasn't.
in one way or another.
Yeah, I was there vicariously through you guys.
You know who else was there was the
Eddie
collar
J,
elbow guy.
Yeah, shout out to Eddie J, man. We got to get him on. Actually,
We do have
in
him on the
studio.
podcast.
Yeah, we recorded something on the way home from Chicago. I'm still trying to figure out how we're gonna put that out. I might put that out on my channel. By the way, check out All Steak No Sizzle, even though I haven't put shit up in a while. But yeah, I might go ahead and put that up on there.
Yeah, if you ever listen to Talking Shop, that was a walking clusterfuck.
Yeah, shout out to the pack. Hey,
Yeah.
wait, are you a member of the Wolf Pack, Tony?
Not the Rat Pack.
Oh no, because Ed and Mike were part of like this little group called themselves the Wolf Pack. I thought you might have been a part of that too, but never mind. But
Oh no, that was when they was working at the pet store and stuff. I might have been a part of that. I don't remember.
okay, but
I know it was Mike, Phil, Edward, I think D-Ron. Well, not D-Ron. Juan was in it. I think somebody else. I don't think I was really a part of that.
all right, well, regardless, we were there for Money in the Bank and NXT. I'm not gonna
Did
recap.
it piss you guys off too?
What's that?
Did it piss everybody off too?
Did it piss you off?
It did.
Oh, well, tell you what. Why don't you go ahead and share your thoughts, man?
Man, first and foremost, Alexa Bliss fucking sucks. I'm sorry to say it. I'm just not a fan of Bliss. I mean, she's good on the mic, all of that stuff. I think the only reason she's over is because she's a good-looking short chick. Like, she's a little good-looking lady. That's it. Like, that is it. The same reason I can understand why people don't like Sasha is the same reason I don't like Alexa Bliss. I just don't like her. Like, I know I'm not supposed to like her, all that shit. I just don't like Alexa Bliss. And, like, that moment, the Money in the Bank thing was kind of ruined for me. I was really pulling for Becky to finally get what she deserved. That shit ain't happened. Braun Strowman, that shit was way too fucking predictable. Like, why does he need Money in the Bank? He going against Brock Lesnar soon anyway. Like, do he really need to cash it in to go against Brock? Like, can't he just, like, don't he deserve a title shot already? Like, what the fuck?
I'm not going to lie, Tony. I was saying the same thing. We were in the arena. I was like, man, I wanted to see Becky win that, especially when she was up there for, like, ever, holding on to the briefcase.
And poor little Finn Balor, man. Like, Jesus. It seems like every time he's about, like, it's like every time somebody wins something big, he's, like, right there with a sad face. Like,
Is that going to be a new meme, the Finn Balor cry face now?
it could be.
Although it looks like he gained himself a new friend on Raw.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta help my buddy Finn.
I missed the demon. Like, what's
Yeah,
the
you
demon
ain't
been?
lying, dude. It's about time for him to bring that back.
I agree. And I'm a fan. I mean, not a fan, but I'm a Braun
The
Strowman.
demon went into the closet, and then Finn came back out, and
Uh-oh.
that's what Stephanie wanted, and I just don't know what happened since then.
Oh,
But I agree with you on Braun Strowman, man. I'm a Braun fan, but I'm like, why does he need that briefcase? It was too predictable in my opinion, and
Yeah.
I'm like, just give that guy a title shot, man. You don't need to be walking around with a briefcase, man. You need to get it to somebody that actually could use it, like a Miz or a Kevin Owens or Samoa Joe or Finn Balor.
I was really hoping Joe was gonna get it personally.
I mean, I wanted Finn to get it because, like,
I wouldn't be mad at that either.
man, it's just like, okay, he was the first Universal Champion. He got injured and couldn't defend it, couldn't show his potential as what he could have been as champion. And it seems like ever since he got injured, like, the demon just, like, ran the fuck off and, like, ain't been nowhere to be found. Like, the entrance ain't the same. Like,
Right.
I don't know, man.
I think
It's
the
just
last
like
time we saw
fun.
the Demons when he faced AJ Styles.
It was.
I might be wrong, but that's the
No,
last
that
time
was
I
a-
remember seeing him.
That was the last time he was a demon. Was AJ?
It wasn't that Bray Wyatt stuff? I mean, that match didn't happen, but...
Yeah, that was that same night AJ took Bray Wyatt's spot in that match.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yep. But what did you think?
Yep.
What did you think about Ronda and Nia Jax and then Alexa Bliss cashing in?
I mean, again, I fuck Alexa Bliss. See, what happened was I was like,
What happened
no,
was
check it. I was like 12 years old, right? And there was this line, and I was like, yo, I'm about to meet Alexa Bliss. And I got to the front of the line, and I was like, can I have a hug?
You know
And
what?
she was
Fuck
like,
you.
no. So fuck Alexa Bliss. And,
Fuck you, Tony.
you know, like, that's how I feel about that. But, no, for real, man. Ronda put on a hell of a match, man. Like, she's gotten really good really quick. And, like, if she's gotten that good that quick, she's going to be scary when she really gets her hands around this business. I like the idea that they're doing with her. Like, she can't take a loss type of thing, and it works from her past in MMA and all of that. So I'm excited to see what they do with her. She kind of has, like, this Stone Cold Steve Austin type of attitude. Like, she don't care about nothing or nobody, and the fans love it. There are some people who don't want to see Ronda at the top because they say it's too soon. It's always going to be too soon for Ronda. In a lot of people's eyes, it could be 3 years from now she wins her first title, and they're like, "Oh, it's too soon. When are you to Ronda?" So, like,
people are gonna bitch regardless.
Yeah, from a wrestler standpoint, she did a great job to me.
You know something that I thought was an underrated point, and I'd love to hear what you think, Tony. But I thought she did a good job after the match too. How she tied in, like, I don't know if you saw what she posted on Instagram and Twitter, talking about, I got cheated, and I don't know why I would have expected much more when we've got cheaters like Triple H and Stephanie in power. And her little promo she cut on Alexa Bliss, like, I think she's definitely picking it up in all aspects. I mean, she's still got more room to go as far as the mic goes, but I think she's definitely picking it up.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, the WWE has the best camp training facility in the world, in my opinion. So, I mean, that's one thing I was talking about earlier, while we still waiting on our special guest who still might hate our guts.
No, she doesn't. I talked to her personally Friday, so we're good.
I know I do.
And
We know you hate us, man.
Randy hates us for all the right reasons. Amanda hates us for all the wrong reasons. No. No, I was telling somebody earlier about, I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about again?
Ronda picking up the promo game.
Oh, I was about to say, she had her little stint, like, her little thing in AIW. I wouldn't consider it a match, but she had her little thing in AIW that she did when Shayna and her version of the Horsewomen were there. And to me, it's like, there's so many different styles of wrestling. Some people like the indie-rific style. Some people like the Japan style. Some people like the WWE style. Now, when you look at Ronda Rousey, you look at John Cena, you look at Roman Reigns, people like that will never truly be respected by fans across the board because they didn't do their time in the indies.
Right.
Back in the day, guys were trained by the WWE. They went into the WWE. They made a name for themselves. Not everybody, but most people. I mean, back then there were territories and all of that, what have you. But there's always going to be Ronda haters, just like there's always Cena haters, just like there are always Roman haters. But to the Cena haters, I will say this. AJ Styles, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Neville, they all had their best matches in the WWE against John Cena. Now, if these guys are killing it on the fucking indies, just imagine what Cena could do if he went to the indies. That's all I'm saying. Just notice that the styles are different. And just like when Hogan went to Japan in 91 and he was chain wrestling and doing all that crazy shit nobody ever seen him do, and they were like, holy shit, I didn't know Hogan could do all of that. It's a different style.
Right.
I want to see Cena in an indie match or in a Japan-style match just so everybody can shut the fuck up.
Hey, something I wanted to bring up, kind of along those lines, but a different person. And Tony, you might be kind of surprised when I say this. And Kyle, you and me talked about this on the way back from Chicago. So we were talking about the Roman Reigns and Jinder Mahal match, right?
Jinder Mahal.
And I don't know. Well, all right. For someone that didn't see it live, Tony, what was your thoughts, real quick, on that match?
I think it was a pretty cool match. It was all right.
Okay. So one thing that I noticed is, well, you probably wouldn't have noticed that because you weren't there, but dude, that crowd did not care about that match at all. That's
the first thing I noticed. Like, that was the biggest thing of the match. The CM Punk chants, the "you both suck" chants, the boring chants. Like, it was so disrespectful. Like, before the match even started, they were like disrespecting the match, not giving the match a chance, and they missed out on a pretty good match.
And that's exactly what I was about to say, man. I'm getting to the point now where it's like it's uncomfortable. Like, yeah, hating on Roman Reigns was fun, but now it's getting uncomfortable now, and I feel like it's getting to the point now where it's not fair to Roman Reigns because it was actually a pretty good match. It was a pretty decent match. I mean, it wasn't like it wasn't like the greatest match ever, but it was a good match. But
yeah, solid.
But to be honest, it's almost. I still got to put this on Vince and WWE management because they see that the fans aren't even giving them a chance anymore, and they realize they can't put Roman Reigns in main event matches anymore because they're just going to shit all over it and ruin their main event. So they I don't think they have another choice but to turn them.
So before we go any further, Tony, have you noticed that hell's frozen over? Because this is exactly what I tried to tell him when I was at WrestleMania, and he said, "I don't think so." I said, "I'm telling you, bro, that crowd was acting a fool at WrestleMania," and he was like, "Oh no. Now you saw it for yourself."
Well, no, I'm not. I don't think I said that they weren't acting a fool, but I've been saying for the long.
I was just saying that it wasn't fair that the crowd was doing that shit. And you were like, "Oh no! Now you saw it for yourself."
I mean, but it's not fair to Roman for Vince to keep trying to push him this way, and it's not working. They have to do. They can't keep putting him out there like that. They have to do something different.
See, my thing is, here's what I don't like about the Roman haters. The year Batista won the Royal Rumble when CM Punk quit, and I'm going to get to CM Punk in a second. Oh, no, we got the CM Punk last week. Fuck him. Yeah. Roman, the year Batista won the Royal Rumble, everybody and their mama who are indie marks, indie fans, smarks, whatever y'all call yourselves who are listening, everybody wanted Roman to win. Why did Batista win? Batista, why did he come in and get his spot? Oh, I agree with CM Punk. I agree with everything he says. If CM Punk told me to suck a six syphilis dick, I'd do it. And then, like, Roman, they wanted Roman to win. The very next fucking year when he won it, they shit on it.
Well, okay. To be fair, and we've talked about this before. To be fair, they wanted Daniel Bryan in that Rumble. When they realized that he wasn't going to be in it, they wanted Roman Reigns. The next year, when they put Daniel Bryan in there, he got eliminated quickly. at that point, they were going to boo whoever won that, regardless.
But see, here's my thing, though. Like, Batista won that year. Everybody cried for the whole year that Roman should have won. Roman should have won. Roman should have won. Roman should have won. Okay, here's Roman winning. No, we don't want Roman to win. Like, that's some crybaby that shit to me. Like
they wanted Daniel, but here's okay. But look, here that was what 4 years ago. How do you fix this now, Tony? You're the wrestler in the room. How do you fix this now? Because it's 4 years later, it's still not working, and it's getting to the point where the fans are literally hijacking the show. What do you do now?
I think that was just that was just a Chicago crowd.
No, man.
That's not going to happen everywhere.
It's not just a Chicago thing, man. It's not just a Chicago thing. Because they did it at Backlash and they did it at Mania. This is the last three pay-per-views this has happened.
You got to think. Mania is a crowd of super indie smarts. The Raw after is a crowd of super indie smarts. Like the super indie smarts hijack shows.
Okay, but explain.
All of wrestling.
Okay, what about Backlash against Samoa Joe then?
Hold on, wait. You gotta take this into perspective. The WWE's fan base is mostly women, children, and then you have our demographic. The guys who've been watching it their whole lives, the guys who know the inside terms, who know words like over, who they think should win, who they think should didn't win, because they know it's all a work. But when you look at the other percentage of the WWE who's buying merch, who's buying the toys, buying the games, waiting in line for the autographs, going to the meet and greets, those are the fans that the WWE is going to cater to. Because that's the fans that's giving Vince McMahon $30 million a month.
Okay.
The hell was that?
What was that?
The computer needs to restart.
I'm
not going to do it now,
but
I like Windows crap.
But okay, and Tony, I understand that. But what I'm saying is, it's getting to the point now where the show, like, you can't put Roman in a main event. You can't put him out there because the match is being hijacked. This is the third pay-per-view in a row.
But is that a bad thing?
Yes, it is.
Is it?
Okay, Backlash. They put I didn't understand why they put Samoa Joe and Roman last.
Look at it like this.
Okay, go ahead.
People hated. What was Eva? All Red Everything. What was her name?
Eva Marie.
Eva Marie. Everybody hated Eva Marie. They couldn't stand her. They didn't like her. And
not everybody.
She had heat to where the crowd would boo her. But during her matches, you would hear absolute silence because nobody gave a fuck. When Roman is out there, he's evoking emotion from the crowd. They care enough to want to hijack the show. They care enough to give that emotion of, we hate Roman this much. Like the same thing happened with Cena. You look at 2006 ECW. That crowd, I think, like to this day, I think the only reason RVD won that match is because Vince was scared that they would go riot.
Tony, that I don't think that's fair because that is a very, very specific crowd. Now, the last three major pay-per-views that Roman Reigns has been on, this has happened. And yes, it was a WrestleMania, but it was also a Backlash, which didn't matter. And it was the Chicago.
Where was that?
I don't even know where Backlash was. I don't know.
You got to think if it was Pennsylvania, Ohio, Chicago, I say parts of Texas.
Okay, well, Tony, let me ask you this. All right, the SummerSlam. Can they have Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar again and that match not get hijacked?
They can't. They can't do that, really. Because, like I said, here's my thing, man. Even if Roman does go heel, what is that going to change?
Oh, well, okay. All right. Even if you don't. I guess the question I have is, what the hell do you do to change the reaction? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I mean, at the end of the day, you can't really change the reaction. I mean, you could probably have a sick kid manage him. That always worked for John Cena. Whenever John Cena would talk about sick kids or Make-A-Wish, like the crowd couldn't boo it. They were like, fuck, we hate Cena, but we can't boo these kids. Let's clap. Like, you're going to have to put a sick kid in Roman Reigns' corner. And, there's still some assholes out there who are going to boo Roman and a sick kid.
Right.
But, I mean, there's really nothing you can do. You can't. Here's one thing that has changed to me, in my opinion, one thing that has changed the most in wrestling in the last 20 years is that now that a majority of the fans are starting to learn these insider terms, they're starting to go on the internet and read the dirt sheets and all of this shit, it's kind of destroying the business because at one point Vince had a remote control that literally controlled the universe. If Vince McMahon said, here's the good guy, people said, yes, that's the good guy. When Vince said, here's the bad guy, people said, oh, fuck that bad guy. And if you watch any other show on television, if Walking Dead said, oh, Carl's the good guy, you're not going to have people who watch The Walking Dead say, oh, fuck Carl. You know what I mean?
No,
like you're not gonna watch Family Matters and say, "Oh fuck Urkel." You're not gonna watch Fresh Prince and say, "Oh fuck Will."
No,
you know what I mean? Like,
but Tony, I understand that. I guess what I'm trying to figure out is, what do you do? Because you have to do something. You can't keep going like this. You have to do something.
You want me to say what? I'll tell you. Here, I'll give you the answer you want. Okay?
No. It's not even the answer I want. I just need an answer.
No. Fuck that. I know what you're trying to get to, so I'm gonna say it. Turn them heel.
Okay, but
I'm not gonna lie, dude.
Is that truly the answer?
I'm not gonna lie, dude. At a certain point, I feel like Roman needs to go out and cut a promo and be like, "Fuck the fans" at this point.
And I think,
here's the thing. Here's the shitty part. If he said "fuck the fans,"
they're gonna cheer him.
Fuck the children who's buying his shit. He's saying "fuck the women who buy his shit."
Yeah,
just so the guys that boo him can say, "Yay!" He said "fuck us." I'm still not buying his shirt. Now what? You done fucked up your stock because you done said "fuck the women and children who buying your shit" just to make the marks happy who booing you, and they still not gonna buy your shit. Now what?
So what you're saying is it's a lose-lose situation. It's basically hopeless.
Absolutely. I think people just need to start respecting Roman, like what he's doing out there week in and week out. His message that he's delivering about Brock Lesnar not being there and how he should be there. I mean, I wouldn't doubt that if Roman was champion, he would want to defend that title every fucking week like John Cena did with the Universal title. I haven't seen the WWE title defended on Raw since God knows who fucking when.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Like, at the end of the day, there's really nothing you can do. Like, do you take him away from his fan base that's pumping money into the fucking company, or do you cater to the guys who's not going to give a shit at the end of the day?
I think
again, Devin, we've had this conversation plenty of times, and I hate that idea of make him heel so we can like him. You have all the reason in the world right now to like him. You want him to be a piece of shit so you can like him?
I just think eventually it's going to end up being like a Cena deal where people are going to eventually end up being like, well, damn, this dude's got put in his work, because at a certain point, dude, I mean, you and I talked about this while we were in Chicago. And, I didn't, when they switched Cena from the Thugonomics guy to what he is now, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. But at a certain point, man, when a guy's in there busting his ass, day in, day out, I mean, at a certain point, you have to respect that. Because even, here's a perfect...
So that's going to happen, 7 years from now?
I don't know, but I'm just saying, I mean, here's a perfect point. The guy that was sitting behind us, why did he say he liked Roman? He said he liked Roman because Roman was there day in and day out. Eventually, they're going to come around the same way they did for Cena. It sucks that it might take that long, but...
Nobody's came around for Cena.
They're starting to come around for Cena, but that's because Cena's not there every day.
Yeah,
that's why.
That's true.
If Cena was still there every day, he would still be getting the same response.
That's a good point.
But
here's my take on it. The internet darlings, whatever y'all want to call y'all. Well, I'm not talking about y'all two there because y'all know a little bit more than them. Y'all a little bit more cool than them. I'm talking about the people who are listening who hate my guts. Those Miz fans. The father and son Pain brothers.
Oh, damn. I knew this was...
No.
Dog, I knew that was...
No, the father and son brothers, all right?
The father and son brothers. Wow. That's got to be like the greatest unintentional tag team name of all time. The father and son brothers.
The father and son brothers.
We're father and son. Give us a call.
We have it all. Yeah, no, for real though. I think that the WWE fans are going to hate whoever the top guy is. I don't know if y'all remember the Yes Movement.
Yeah.
Right around the time the Yes Movement was over, when he got injured, he started to get booed hard. Daniel Bryan himself, the #1 internet darling fan, was getting booed hard as fuck. I remember one promo specifically. He was out there.
Was this before or after he had the belt?
This is when he became champion.
I got an idea.
When he was going up against Kane for like those 2 months?
Yeah, no, this is like after WrestleMania, he won the title. This is like maybe a week or two after. During his feud with Kane. He was cutting a promo, and the crowd was fucking booing him, and he said out his mouth, wow, this is what it must feel like to be John Cena. In my opinion,
I do remember that.
I don't remember that.
Here's the thing, though. Back in the day, wrestling fans were happy when their favorite won the title. When Stone Cold won, it was like, yes, Austin won. Let's see how long he can keep it. I hope he beat Triple H. I hope he beat Rock. I hope he beat Taker. I hope he beat Kane. They wanted him to stay champion. With so much talent in the WWE nowadays, it's like, oh, Finn won the title. Yes, now I hope AJ get it from him. Oh, AJ won it. Now I hope Nakamura get it from him. Oh, Nakamura won it. Now I hope Rusev get it. It's like as soon as a guy gets the title, he's no longer the favorite. Like they want to go to the next guy.
Tony, I got a perfect example for that.
Hey.
A perfect example, and this goes from TakeOver, and it sucks because I'm a fan of them too. I'll be the first to admit it. But perfect example is the Undisputed Era, bro. Like, they're supposed to be these bastards that keep double-teaming everybody to win, like they did at TakeOver. But everybody in that bitch was cheering for the Undisputed Era. That's the perfect example. When Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan are supposed to be the good guys, and like you said, they worked hard enough to get the crowd to cheer them. But by and large, when the Undisputed Era faces anybody, as soon as Adam Cole throws up his arms, what happens?
Adam Cole, baby, and they get cheered.
Exactly. I mean, I'm just saying that's a perfect example because they're supposed to be the heels, but everybody loves them. So I get your point.
Well, let's
see. The NXT crowd is a little different than the WWE crowd. It's not the same fan base, really. So in NXT, you can kind of expect that kind of thing.
Hey, Tony.
Like ROH.
Hey, Tony, I got a perfect example of that, too. So during the Roman Reigns match, they had beach balls and, doing the wave, and the crowd was, distracted, right? So
just being disrespectful.
Wait, so during the NXT show, somebody tried to pull a beach ball out. One of the fans grabbed the beach ball and blew it up. The fans started cheering and they said, "We hate beach ball" or something like that. So the NXT fans literally policed themselves, like, "Hey, we don't do that here. That's main roster stuff. This is NXT. We don't do that here." I thought that was pretty cool
because that means they know themselves that beach balls and a wave and all that shit is disrespecting the match. That means that means they literally know that they're being disrespectful, And Steve made a great point when he said you either, die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. I don't think that's always the case in wrestling, but it makes a good point, At the end of the day, there's two different crowds with NXT and WWE. You never really know what to expect with fans because they're so fickle. WWE fans are really fickle. They could love Zack Ryder. Remember that fucking flash in the pan? Remember how fucking awesome Zack Ryder was? What the fuck happened to his fans?
But okay, all right. To be fair, that was part of the company too, because
but you don't hear nobody saying where's Zack Ryder.
Wait. But no, what I'm saying is the company basically took him away. They gave him his moment at WrestleMania. The fans got behind it, and then the next night he loses the belt to The Miz, and he's never really seen after that again. So the company kind of took that away, sort of like the same thing.
That was way after the Z Long Island story shit.
Okay, wait. All right, like I said, another example. Remember the whole Mizdow movement? How the fans were behind Mizdow, and then he won, and then it just basically pulled it away. So part of it is on the company.
Part of that
too.
was because he was leaving.
No, he was still under contract after that.
Not for long.
They cut him. They cut him. His contract went up. They released him. That was so.
Oh, speaking of releases, did y'all hear Big Cat?
I was just getting ready to say that. Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of. I didn't understand why he lost that match. I thought if they were.
I was surprised by him getting released. I'm going to be honest. I didn't see that.
Yeah, I haven't heard why, but I mean, they must have had something in mind because he lost that match to Daniel Bryan. When I'm sitting there thinking, I mean, if they're pushing him, then he should win that match against Bryan. But I don't know what.
I'll be 100.
Anybody heard anything? What happened?
I'll be 100% honest.
He was probably trying to push to get Enzo back in there, and it was like, oh, you want to join Enzo? Get the fuck out.
That wasn't what I was going to say, but I'm
Go
in my.
make some rap videos.
I haven't.
Some
I haven't.
ass rap videos.
I haven't seen anything. I haven't read anything. But dude, if you remember, he got in trouble for beating the shit out of Daniel Bryan too much. Then he got. I would imagine. With him keep getting. He should have won that match, like we said. With him keep losing, and then they're getting mad because he beat the guy up too much, and they suspended him. I could see him kind of blowing up and just being like, "Fuck it." Like, I'm just saying because he got in trouble a couple times in that run with Daniel Bryan.
Right. I don't know. I didn't see that one coming.
I didn't either, not at all, because I thought they really wanted to push him.
Sooner or later, Daniel Bryan is going to become the John Cena. You can't touch that guy or you're gone. And, like I said, the fans are so fickle. You never really know what to expect. You never really know whose side they on and what they want. Because, granted, AJ has been champ for
quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been champ for a while now. And I get that
Like
they
Survivor
have to
Series, I
submit
think.
his legacy because he only has 5 years.
It was
with
before
WWE.
Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Huh?
He was saying how long he'd been there. He said Survivor Series. I said it was before Survivor Series.
When he won the belt.
But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, they got to submit his legacy as much as they can within the 5 years that he signed to, because he's probably going to retire after that and hit the WWE Hall of Fame. And they've been using a lot of Global Force shit and all that, so they'll have packages for his highlight reels and shit like that. So they have to submit AJ. What about Nakamura? Nakamura's 37. He's AJ Styles and Nakamura is older than Randy Orton.
Really? I thought they was all the same age.
No, AJ Styles is 40, dog.
I mean, well, not necessarily AJ, but I thought Nakamura and Randy were about the same age. But
Well, he's a little. Yeah, they both 37, but Nakamura got Randy by a couple months.
So what did you think about Nakamura and AJ's match?
I mean, it was good. To me, it was a great match.
Right.
It had all the kits and caboodles and fireworks and everything you could ask for in the match. At the end of the day, I was just kind of looking forward to Nakamura with it. He just turned heel. He gets the people to hate him. He does the whole. Well, I mean, of course, Vince don't like people who you can't understand on the mic. Maybe he needs somebody in his corner, but I was really looking forward to Nakamura with it.
I really thought he should have won.
Were you surprised that he?
I mean, I wasn't surprised that he lost. I was just looking forward to him winning.
I think he needs to win eventually. I like what he's done.
If they want to cement his legacy in the WWE, he will win eventually. But again, like I said, he's the same age as Orton. Orton still got a lot in him. So does Nakamura. Cena's got a lot more in him. I would like to see Cena come back and get another title run. Suck it. Yeah, I want Cena to fucking beat Ric Flair's record. I said it. John Cena is the longest, like, if you take all the accumulated time of wrestlers being in the ring, the WWE ring, John Cena has hours over The Rock, Stone Cold, Triple H, Mick Foley, Undertaker, Kane. Like, John Cena, Jesus Christ, like, this motherfucker deserves everything he's getting in his fucking historic career. And at the end of the day, he's going to get – I don't think John Cena's really going to get respected until he retires and they give that whole thank you Cena chant and all that bullshit. But, man, I mean, it's just one of those things, man, where it's kind of like where do you place your ideas on it, If you look at faces and heels in general, when Hogan was a face, he was doing irate back scratches.
Hey, Tony, we're gonna take a quick break, man. And
no, the fuck we ain't. He was doing ice back, low blows.
All right, you keep talking throughout the break, and we'll take a quick break, and we'll come back after about a minute or two. Okay.
He was cheating all kinds of ways. He was doing
What do we put up there as far as her? I'm privy to what the Jimmy Kimmel
Someone
guy
doesn't watch
was.
Jimmy Kimmel. All right, people, we are back, and
He used to hold the ropes while he was doing submissions. He would put his foot on the ropes when he was like pinning people and shit. Like Hogan was a dirty fucking face.
okay, real quick. Keep it less than 30 seconds. Tony, your thoughts on Ciampa versus Gargano?
Oh man.
That was great.
30 seconds.
Yes, go.
All right. Next.
All right, fuck it, I'll go.
Dude,
Go ahead, Kyle.
that
Go.
match, in my opinion, was awesome. We talked about this on the way home, man. They actually told a story, and I loved how Gargano dropped him off the speakers and then kind of just sat there and looked at him, just like Ciampa did to him. Although I can't lie, at the end of it, I was like, "You motherfucker!" He DDT'd him onto the wood. And
That's what she said.
But like exactly that the thing with the heel,
Oh, yeah.
the thing with them being a heel though, he did exactly what you wanted because motherfuckers in that arena were hating on Ciampa.
My thoughts. Ciampa is hands down the best heel in the company right now. I don't care who you say. That guy is truly, truly hated. You don't see that anymore. This is one of the last good guy versus bad guy. Let me finish.
Whoa.
One of the last good guys versus bad guy, like old school good guy versus bad guy feuds I've seen in this company in years. And I love every minute of it, and I want a third match. Mr. Thunder.
I give you that. It's been one of the best good guys versus bad guy stories in a long time. It has been. But don't ever disrespect Kevin Owens like that. He is one of the best heels that this company has seen in years.
Ciampa.
Ciampa, I love the fact that the NXT crowd lets him be a heel. They let them tell that story, and let it be what it's supposed to be. Because the crowd, what a lot of people don't understand is that the crowd gives as much as the story as the wrestlers do. If the crowd is cheering Tommaso and egging him on to beat the shit out of Gargano, your brain isn't going to take in the story the same way. And that's why my granny used to hate WCW. That's it.
All right. Well,
Should we tell them who to look out for next week?
Next, everybody, we're sorry we ran out of time. Amanda Bobby Cooper, sorry. She's actually waiting on hold, but we apologize we couldn't get her on the line this week. Yeah, next week we'll have Chase Burnett in studio.
Wait. Hold on. We'll talk about that later. But we apologize to Amanda Bobby Cooper for running out of time. But why don't we go ahead and throw out our social medias, Mr. Thunder? Why don't you go ahead and throw your social media out there?
Tony motherfucking Thunder.
Is that your actual?
Just Google that shit.
That's your actual social media?
KLT3pod.com, Rent a Wrestling Ring. Shout out to Merles, even though he don't listen to the show. RentAWrestling.com. I am Tony Thunder. Adam Nilsson.
I guess I got
Kyle.
all last, but all right. You can find me at Detroit Knockout on Twitter and Instagram. Follow us at the Knockouts and 3 Counts podcast page on Facebook. At KO3CPod on Twitter, KO3CPod.com. And before any of you fuckers try anything, fuck yo couch.
And I am Devin McKenzie. You can hit me up on Twitter at Devin63. That's DEVINTHE63. You can hit me up on Instagram at All Steak No Sizzle. That's one word. If you are looking for a car, make sure you check out SouthfieldQualityCars.com. When you go in to make your purchase, use the reference code 19309. That's 19309, and you will receive $500 off on your purchase. With all that being said, ladies and gentlemen,
don't get kicked in the dick.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for listening. I can't even look at Kyle's mom right now. I don't even want to see the look on her face.
Kyle's mom?
Yeah, Kyle's mom
I had to get a ride to the studio today.
With all that being said, we'll see you all next week. Peace.
Hey, so
how you doing, Kyle's mom?
Tony says hello. Hey, so Tony, what I was talking